Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this afternoon's session. My name is Kathryn North. I'm Vice Chair of the Global Alliance and lead in Australian Genomics. And I will have met a number of you yesterday as part of our session on the national initiatives. Where I'd just like to lead off, first of all, is to one of the themes of this meeting has been going global, and we've actually found, as we've talked about how to implement Global Alliance standards, that probably one of the most efficient ways to do so is at a country or at a continent level. And when we actually look at the strategy for the next phase of the Global Alliance, which many of you will have seen this slide, one thing that comes through very strongly is that so many of the genomes that we're now going to be generating are going to be generated in clinical practice, and thus looking at the national initiatives which are involving the integration of patients. We might just wait till this group of people come in. I think the other meeting just ended, so we'll just all breathe deeply and relax and let them all come in. Welcome. Now that Ewan's here, we can get started. So, as Ewan has availed us of, our vision going forward is very much how we can share data. Predominantly, the data is going to be generated in clinical practice. And so what we've been looking at is how do we, first of all, make sure that the work of the Global Alliance is going out globally, how we're engaging with the people that are going to use our tools. And I think very much the focus here is on the global genomics community, which, as you know, is huge. And thus starting to think about it on a country by country and on a continental basis is probably the best way that we're going to be able to get the message out, so that all of our standards and the way that we're talking to each other is interoperable. So last October, so a year ago at this meeting, when we launched the GA4GH Connect strategic plan, this is showing Ewan with Francis Collins and Harold Varmus. This was when the 15 driver projects were announced. And down here, you can see there's Sue Hill from Genomics England, David Glazer from all of us, myself from Australian Genomics, Heidi was chairing us and also representing ClinGen. But really looking at how we start to take what we're doing to a whole of nation level. And as a result, 3 of the driver projects who'll all be talking today are actually national initiatives. And as Ewan and as Peter said this morning, we're very keen to increase the global reach of what we do. And it's great to engage more countries. And so please, if you are, I know most of probably the first 15 of the national initiatives, we've put together a summary that should come out before the end of the year in American Journal of Human Genetics. But if you're thinking about setting up a national initiative, please get in contact with us through Angela Page, because we're really interested in connecting and sharing experience. So we've been having meetings, bringing together different national initiatives. We had one yesterday morning here in Basel, and what's really the use of this is incredibly valuable for us to compare experiences. What the Global Alliance is all about is that we need to avoid reinventing the wheel. We're obviously all at different stages of development, but it's great to learn from others' mistakes and to feedback your own mistakes. And I think we've got very complementary perspectives. In actual fact, some of us end up just by the sheer number of having similar governing models, because that also affects our healthcare system. The other opportunities that we've identified, apart from promoting the implementation of the Global Alliance standards, is we're able to beta test tools, find out what works, what doesn't. We had great talk yesterday in terms of thinking about the various challenges people face in terms of consent, the issues that we have with our Indigenous and more culturally sensitive populations. And as I think Nikki's talk this morning really demonstrated, the great need that we have to be really expanding the reference populations we have beyond people of white European background. And so certainly we want to expand and make sure that we're really linking everything together across all of the continents. So on that note, as a background, this afternoon is a grand finale to this conference. We have a little galaxy of stars down in the front row representing different national initiatives. And each one will be giving a brief 15-minute, I'll stand up and start moving towards you around 15 minutes, to give an overview of what their national initiative is doing, and also demonstrating how it interacts with the standards and the tools of Global Alliance. Our